Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the second International Conference on the Future of Education, ICoNFEd 2020. The topic of our research is entitled TESL Student Teachers Level of Knowledge and Interest on Higher Order Thinking Skills for Teaching of English in the Primary School in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. Before I proceed, let me introduce my group members. I am Ngui Geok. My group members are Miss Juliana Johari, Puan Jenny Kwong Sukwa, Mr. Lourdes Nagarajan, and Puan Wong Linse. The societal change brought about by globalization and rapid advancement in technology has been more intense in the 21st century. In line with the vision set in the National Education Philosophy of Malaysia, the National Education Development Blueprint 2013 to 2025 was developed and implemented to ensure that students are prepared with real-life skills relevant for the knowledge-driven economy of the 21st century. In the classroom, these skills are enhanced through the promotion of higher-order thinking skills hot among students. Communication, collaboration, critical thinking, creativity, character, and citizenship, which are also known as the 6 C's, are the learning and innovation skill according by Fulan and Scott 2014. HOTS are needed to enable students to apply, associate, and manipulate prior knowledge to solve new problems. These are the top 3 cognitive skills in the Bloom's taxonomy: analyzing, evaluating, and creating.
Move on to problem statement. Higher order thinking skills are considered important in the Malaysian Education Blueprint 2013 to 2025, and its teaching in the curriculum is encouraged for all subjects in schools. The national examinations have included 50% HOTS questions in Upper Primary National Assessment, which is the UPSR, 75% Malaysian Education Certificate, the SPM, and also for core subjects respectively since 2016. Additionally, 50% of the questions in SPM for elective subjects were also based on HOTS. According to the preliminary report of the Malaysian Education Blueprint 2013-2025, the English lesson taught in schools are mostly using a teacher-based approach and focusing on lower order thinking skills such as stating and recalling information. Therefore, student teachers who are still in training need to develop a high level of knowledge and interest about the application of HOTS in teaching English. We move on to the research objectives. We have 4 here. The first one is to determine the level of TESL student teachers' knowledge about HOTS application in teaching English. Number 2, to determine the level of TESL student teachers' interest about HOTS application in teaching English. And number 3, to compare TESL student teachers' knowledge and interest about HOTS application based on gender and also the cohort. And lastly, to determine the relationship between knowledge and interest about HOTS.
Methodology. The student teachers from different cohorts have undergone practicum teaching comprises of those in the preparatory course. The education bachelor's degree course for semester 2, 4, and 8, and the education diploma program for graduate students were involved in this study. The population of the TESL student teachers in this institute is 166. The calculation of the sample size was done using Rao-Soft sample size calculator online. The recommended sample size generated in 117. The sample was drawn using stratified random sampling. Research design. This study undertook a descriptive research design based on a quantitative method. The descriptive design was selected as this study aims to determine the level of knowledge and interest of the student teachers about HOTS, compare them between gender and among cohorts, and assess the relationship between knowledge and interest about HOTS. This was attended using a survey where questionnaires were distributed to the selected student teachers and data from the questionnaires analyzed using statistical measures. Measures. The questionnaire used in this study was developed to include 3 sections. The first section determines the cohort, gender, and age of the respondents, while the second section measured the knowledge level about HOTS based on 10 items with responses using a 5-point Likert scale of strongly disagree to strongly agree. The third section comprises of 6 items with responses using 5-point Likert scale of strongly disagree to strongly agree. The measurements of knowledge and interest on HOTS was adopted from Sivapakiam 2016, where they investigated the teachers' level of knowledge and interest on HOTS based on field thoughts and category of schools where the teachers were teaching. Procedures. Prior to the survey, permission was sought from the management of the teacher education institution. A sampling framework of fullest of student teachers in every cohort. Identification of samples respondents who were taking TESL program. The questionnaires were then distributed to the selected student teachers during a period of 1 week. Once collected, data from the questionnaires were keyed into SPSS version 23.0 and then analyzed using descriptive and inferential statistical methods. Table 1 presents the descriptive statistics result of the student teacher's level of knowledge on HOTS. The mean, standard deviation (SD), and the frequency of responses were reported. It is shown from the mean values that the respondents have high level of knowledge about HOTS.
Ladies and gentlemen, Table 2 represents the descriptive analysis results of the student teacher's level of interest about HOTS. Based on the mean, standard deviation, and the frequency of responses, it is shown that the respondents have high level of interest about HOTS. If you look at Table 3, Table 3 shows that the male student teachers have greater knowledge and interest compared to the females. Here, in terms of knowledge, the male students show the mean of 4.017, whereas the female show the mean of 3.852. As for interest, the male shows 4.178, whereas the female indicate 3.989. The results also indicated that the mean difference of knowledge and interest are significant. In terms of knowledge, the t-value is 2.038 and the p-value is 0.044. And for interest, the t-value is 2.347 and the p-value is 0.021. Therefore, they are significant. In general, the male student teachers have significantly greater level of knowledge and interest about HOTS compared to female student teachers. Table 4 shows that based on mean values, student teachers in the Semester 8 Bachelor's Education Program, that is the PISMP SEM 8, has the highest level of knowledge about HOTS. They carry the mean value of 4.246. The level of knowledge among these cohorts of studies is significantly different, whereas frequency count is 2.619 and the p-value is 0.039. There is also no significant difference between the PISMP Semester 8 and the PISMP Semester 4. Hence, no significant difference is knowledge level of students based on cohort, but significant difference in interest level of students based on cohort. In Table 5, it really shows that the result of the analysis indicating knowledge and interest about HOTS are moderately, positively, and significantly correlated.
This study has shown that student teachers have developed good knowledge and interest about HOTS that would enable them to teach in the English classroom. This finding implies that the current teacher education program has progressively improved the students' knowledge and interest about HOTS, as indicated in the increase of knowledge and interest with the advancement of cohort studies from SEM 2 to SEM 8. This study has also shown that male student teachers are more knowledgeable and interested about HOTS compared to female. This is because high level of knowledge and interest may have been contributed by student teachers' own experience during their earlier education. The limitation in this study did not explore whether the student teachers' knowledge and interest about HOTS facilitate their teaching English during practicum. In conclusion, findings from this study conclude that the student teachers have high level of knowledge and interest about HOTS, and the level is increased as they progress with their studies. It is also noted that higher knowledge on HOTS lead to higher interest about HOTS. Findings from this study has provided insights on the quality of existing teacher education program to enhance student teachers' knowledge and interest about HOTS. These insights facilitate informed decision about paradigm shift in teaching pedagogy of teacher education in Malaysia. These are the references for our research. That's all from our group. Thank you.